Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini, a true nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Frost, where you join me with, yep, that whiskey is going to keep wearing off over and over and over again, possibly forever, because we have got ourselves a shopping list. 7 items that must be acquired. So we need 3 power relay coils, 2 vacuum tubes, a bit of circuitry, and a makeshift battery. I have got, just by odd coincidence, one of those immediately. I have got myself 1 power relay coil. So 1 out of 7. We've also got ourselves... Okay, I just found some armor. Well, that's kind of nice. Problem is, my hunter's long coat is actually a fully covered thing. I don't actually have an undergarment right now. So that's 912, but also 6 on the rads, plus 1 endurance, plus 1 perception. This stuff would definitely get me more in the way of physical resistance. But it would actually mean, yeah, I don't actually have... Oh, and the weight could be a problem too. I'd actually lose rad resistance. At this point, honestly, I'm not even sure whether physical resistance matters anymore. Like, if somebody's going to attack me, it's going to kill me one way or the other. The only way this is going to be made to work, full stop, is if, basically, I manage to do all of this without taking damage. So, let's start scouting out some locations, because I've got myself some ideas. Few suggestions, some of them very specific, some of them a little bit more on the vague side. So, yeah, there we go. There's some fog right there. That's fine. This isn't going to stand. We're going to start off today by scouting. We need to scout out the local environment. Once we've scouted out the local environment, we can figure out which of these tips are good, which of them don't actually work in the slightest, and what exactly we're going to do in terms of, yeah, an order. Because the plan is, if this is possible, I need to swing around locations to get me 6 different items. 2 power relay cores, 2 vacuum tubes, the circuitry and the battery. Then make it to Far Harbour. At Far Harbour on the outskirts, I know there's rad away, so I can be very, very low rads. But it's going to be the rads that kill me. Like, if I physically can't complete this now, it's because of the rads. Still, let's start checking out some potential locations around here. Okay, the closest one to where I am right now is actually going to be somewhere around here. So the lumber facility, the place where they make leather or whatever in the base game, that's ghouly, so it's safe for me to explore, albeit there'll be a few rads. Someone gave me a good hot tip in the comments that that might be a good spot for one of the components. And I'm happy to basically just cut straight over open ground to that. Oh, there's some deer. Okay, if I need some food, and I know there's some deer close by to my starting location. And I'm technically found, but it's probably by the... Did I just get one-shot by a deer? Oh, that's amazing. Okay, lesson learned. Maybe I need to take deer a bit more seriously. Apparently, deers are just gonna flipping shank me. Right. How about we just head down this nice road here, close by to the Red Rocket. Lovely. There's the whiskey wearing off. That's going to happen a lot. Okay. What I want to do here is head back to the road. Because close by to the road, somewhere round flipping here, yeah, is going to be that factory. And that factory could be a good little starting point for me. Oh, yeah, the bear. That's going to be a problem, yes. Right, let's just skirt around the bear. Just get down here, swim across to the road, because, yeah, this is also going to bring me to the north of Eden Meadows Cinema, which is another environment I do actually need to go and visit. So this is all going to be absolutely fine. All right, just go across here, jump up here, thank you. Right, I should be close by to... Yeah, there's Eden Meadows. So, someone said shed to the north of Eden Meadows, useful. Potential source of battery. So let's just keep a distance from the bear. He's going to be over there. Yeah, he's plenty of distance away. Fine. Now, is it one of the sheds that's literally just beyond this thing? Like, I've literally explored these guys before, but when I explored it, I didn't know I was looking for a flipping battery. Hang on, we got ourselves ammunition, makeshift battery. Okay, we got ourselves one of the items we actually need there. So, 1 makeshift battery, also, ooh. Okay, there's a first aid kit here. Useless for me in its current form, but it's not bad. Okay, none of this is going to stand, by the way. This is just me running around and exploring like crazy. But we have an actual useful item there. We've got ourselves makeshift battery. Okay, so that's arguably the most difficult item already accounted for. We got 2 makeshift batteries right here by the actual cinema. Now, if I cut over open ground to the north to bypass the bear, and yeah, fine, there's going to be... Please don't shank me. If I just cut through here, then I get to... Yeah, I bypass the bear on the road who's over there somewhere, and I get to the facility, which is right here. Now this could be just what I need. Now, I know this place is ghouls, because I saw ghouls there before. Fine, feral ghouls, gonna leave me alone. So, yeah, here we go. Eagles Cove Tannery. Now, ooh, are you guys... No, you guys are actually down on the ground. Right, someone mentioned in the comments item number 2 that we might need, which is... You're 100% awake. Flare gun, bit of money and some rat poison. Now that helps me out. Yeah, he said on one of the upper walkways. I'm looking for something in an upper walkway. Well, we do have buff out and whatnot in here. Up on a higher walkway. Come on. Hello, guys. I know you're giving me rads and it's not fun. Boo to you all. And I've not got a light, so I can't exactly see what's going on that clearly right now. I do have this. None of that's actually helpful in the slightest. And I'm about to die of the rad situation. Yeah, I'm not convinced this is the right place, unfortunately. But that's fine. We're up to 2 out of 7 items accounted for. We've got a 2-step process here. 1, find the items. 2, come up with a route that lets me collect all of them without actually dying. Okay, next step of the plan. Rather than turning right towards the bear and cutting across the river... Turn left and follow this road down here. This road is going to lead me to the logical... Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot of rads on the road. This road is going to lead me to the crossing over point that I crossed over to get to the brute force tactic that leads over to the Air Force crash, which is somewhere over there or something. So this spot over here should be... Yeah, here we go. This part of the world. If I head over here... and cross over here, I can get back over to an area close by to... Okay. Few more bears than I was expecting. Just a handful more, it's probably fine. And I've been found by a bear, but I think it's far enough away it doesn't actually seem to care about me that much. Right, now, where's the crossy over? Ah, here we go. Here's the crossy over bit. And hopefully the other bear couldn't really follow me even if it wanted to. So we got this area here. We can follow this to cross over the lake without really taking, I don't think, anything in the way of rads, with the exception of whatever the ghouls are casting. Well, that's absolutely fine. My main objective now is to figure out who is occupying the nucleus and the immediately surrounding area. Because if the nucleus looks good, that could work for me. Here we go. We're almost back to the road here. So follow this down. And yeah, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with the nucleus. Because this road was, I believe, mostly empty, with the exception of a handful of ghouls I had to fight. Now, if I could just basically sprint straight past them, that would be... Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, it's fine. 100% fine. I just need to make it to the nucleus to see what's occupying it. Because on the far side of the nucleus, there is, of course... We've got ourselves... something interesting. Oh, it's just a teddy bear. This better not be a real rad storm. I'm going to be very annoyed if it is. We've got to make it to the actual nucleus. Because the actual nucleus, yeah, their command center, the far side of it, that has got robots and turrets and all sorts of useful things. Now, a little bit further down the road here, just keep on jumping over everything. Should be safe for the time being. Looks like this isn't a real rad storm because weirdly it's too green and thus not radioactive despite looking radioactive. And straight through here. Right, straight over the top. We should be close by to the little walkie over there. We go. There's a little walkie over bridge. Good. Ghouls. It's ghouly. Same as 99% of things in this little area. So I just need to get over there quickly. Oh, bloody hell. Right, apparently, just being close to the water's a problem. Yeah, that's right. Naval facility, diddly 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 dee. Let me in nice and quick, please. Oh. Darn it. The command center is not open. I was hoping to get in here, and as a result of that, yeah, be able to go and, yeah, check out the command center at the rear. Because that would have been an excellent spot to potentially get myself... So any chance there's a safe spot around here? There's no safe spot around here. Yeah, that would have been an excellent spot to maybe get myself some circuitry, various bits of tech equipment. Fine. That's a no-go. Gotcha. Well, I'm not sure this life's going well. Right, into the water we go. Sploosh. And dead. Right, out the back of the house. This time, I would like to go up towards the, whatever it is, the Park Ranger headquarters or diddly diddly dee. That whiskey wears off. Because of course it does, over and over again forever. Yeah, here we go. So we got the back of this building. Oh, bloody hell. We got the back of this building right here. Which I believe actually has a hole in the gate and a door right here. So this is... Ooh, that's nice. Antibiotics. Okay. That's not so bad. And then we have got ourselves over here. Ooh. Well. Power relay coil. Well, isn't that just rather nice? Okay. So, potentially, if that's a spawn that just shows up here, that could be very, very welcome indeed. Let's just check around here. Again, just have a good explore. None of this is going to be the final version. Right, so there's either guaranteed or an excellent chance of a power relay coil right there. That's pretty darn good. And there's also lots of toolboxes. Scissors. Nothing else major of note here. Fine. So, we have potentially got second power coil. So, battery, 2 power coils spoken for. Now, if that can be the case, that means we are now up to 3 of the 7 required parts actually located. That would be a lovely, lovely position to be in. Okay, up to 3 out of 7 potentially. Right, best as I can tell, nothing else around either of the main buildings. The problem that we got here is, yeah, sure we may be able to safely explore these areas with ghouls in them, but we're just taking passive rads constantly, sometimes quite aggressively in fact, just by virtue of standing next to these bastards. I've got to know where absolutely all of these items are, so I can get there, grab them, and get out at speed, and be confident that I have a route that actually works and doesn't take me straight through even more flipping fog, otherwise I'm never going to make it. I can do this, but it's going to need to be literally flipping perfect. Okay, idea the next. Break east, let's have a little look, see what's going on inside, yeah, the hotel. It's ghouly, but if the vault's accessible, that might be a good spot for looting. Though, based on what just happened with the nucleus, I'm going to guess it's not. The thing is, if you can find the right area, there are large swathes of land that have basically no fog on them. You can just go through them and they're totally safe. You just need to find the right passageways to move around the map. Like here, I've made it up to the hotel, basically not taking any rads whatsoever. There is a safe highway right here that basically takes you from my starting location in that house to very close by to Far Harbour without really any risk of a rad whatsoever. And I'm hoping there won't be much fog inside the hotel. And if that's true, that will be... yeah, there'll be some from the ghouls. That's absolutely fine. But now I should have an excellent opportunity to do a quick bit of exploring around here. If there are plenty of boxes, this might be an excellent little... I can't even get that open, damn it. That's a shame, because often side rooms that are locked contain lots of, like, toolboxes or whatever. So, time to just have a quick explore around here. See what we can flip and find. Also, I think I just triggered a trap. What did I just trigger? Well, I triggered flipping something. And we'll just be disarming you as well. Ah, nice kitchen. Okay, it's a bit more of a backstage area. Nuka cherry. Any chance of some No, doesn't look like anything good there, to be honest. Yeah, we got the hunter right here. Ooh, a bandage. I will take that, thank you. I was kind of hoping for a few more first aid boxes dotting around, but I don't really seem to have got lucky with that, which is a shame. Keep on ticking on, though, giving the ghouls a wide berth if we can. I do want to ideally get to the end of this area just to check if there's anything I can use here. Right, reach the staircase going down. Hopefully that should be past most of the ghouls. There is purified water. Let's see if we've actually got ourselves a vault down here. Because if we do, we could have a very useful thing. Come on, just give me one component. Let me add to my list. I'm 3 out of 7 right now. Give me more. Well, this does actually lead somewhere. The game has not got stuck in hell. And we've got ourselves... Oh, come on. Empty paint cans. I don't actually have a light, so... Plungers, metal buckets. How about vacuum tubes? Would anyone like to store all the vacuum tubes around here? Chef hats, cigar boxes, and a slightly weird invisible wall. Come on. Give me flipping something, game. Give me a reward for coming this way. No, that's fusers. Screwdrivers and the washers. I've got no reason to believe they're going to contain... I tell you what, a flipping bobby pin. They're rarer than gold dust out on the island, so fair flipping enough. But tragically, yeah, just like Vault, which one was it? The one that's in the school basement. I cannot interact with accessing the vault. So, unless there's actually something in the hotel, we got nothing here. Vault 118 is going to stay sealed up. Okay, well I have found something useful in a new life, which is if you immediately run west from my starting position, bypassing a hunter's house, yeah, there's actual bloody human here. Who bloody knew? Yeah, bypassing his house, I can basically get straight over to the tannery without taking a single rad. Now, even if I can't find these fabled vacuum tubes that are supposed to be somewhere in the bloody tannery, regardless, from the tannery, I can get down to the batteries in Eden Meadows Cinema, or in the shed just the north of it, without bothering to actually go across the really heavily irradiated road. Also, I've got confirmation. I've just nipped back here in yet another life. I think we're on to number 6 or something. This power relay coil is always here. And I think I've got a good route that lets me get in, grab it, and get back out again. Just check the other ones as well. I think that's the same as what I saw last time. So it looks like all these containers have been set. Possibly because I was already in the same cell where these guys loaded in and got randomly drawn when I actually passed through the first time or when I entered the house or whatever. Fine. So we have an absolute confirmed definite location for power relay coil number 2. So let's just see how well I can do this now. So, new life. Climb the rocks. Turn to the right. Head directly at the fence. Turn left and go along the fence. Hole in fence leads on the right to a, door. Med kit. Get myself antibiotics. Get in here. Grab myself the power relay coil, because I can. Then immediately just run the hell out of there as quickly as possible. That's a power relay coil for only a very small handful of rats. At that point, I can pretty much start running east. If you head pretty much due east from Ranger Headquarters, broadly, I can get, and using that bit of fence as a nice useful guide point to recenter and orientate myself, that is going to basically let me go straight at that big building there, stay off that bit of fog there, and just basically head across open ground. That there is... Oh, okay. There's a tiny bit of fog there I need to watch out for. But once again, just stay off all of this. Stay over here. Here we go. Get close by to this building. And for the most part, I've actually managed to make it the majority of the way to Far Harbour without taking basically any rads, and I've got the power relay coil. Just going to quickly check the building site on this side of the hotel, which I think I kind of skipped over when I was running through to see if the vault was open. Yeah, possibly there might be something here. Doesn't seem desperately likely. Yeah, this is the Cliff's Edge Hotel entering from the other side. Though I didn't really bother exploring the lobby in great detail. It's not impossible there might be something here at least. Oh, but do happen to have a flipping gun here. That could well be a completely random draw, so no guarantee I'll be able to replicate that, but that's a flipping gun. Though obviously it's an automatic, because why wouldn't it be absolutely flipping terrible? Okay, back to plan A though. Let's get back to trying to come up with a route that actually lets me move around Far Harbour without taking any significant number of rads. So if we just pretend the hotel's not there, and then just skirt up the side of the hotel, this up here is, hang on, is this the, yeah, whatever it is, the place where you get the first kill from the crazy woman, a national park campground. Though actually, this place has got a few bits and pieces of, yeah, this is kind of vaguely technically. There might be a few boxes around here. Come on, give me something. I mean, this looks technical. Like, if I had to pick somewhere that might, in theory, give you one of the things I flippin' needed here, this wouldn't be so bad. No, we struck out here as well. Fine. Okay, other options. From this point in, also, ooh, little camp down here. Hello there, little camp. I'd forgotten you were here. That just gives you nothing much at all. Okay, I do have a save spot right here, though. I could actually drop a save in the tent. Keep that in mind. That might be a good final save spot before we actually make a run at Far Harbour, if I'm only just flipping alive. Bags of cement. And nothing else. No. There's nothing else much here. But, yeah, there is a pretty safe tent just to drop a save at right here. That's worth keeping in mind. Okay. Now, from the campground, which I now know I've got a safe route to, pretty safe anyway, relatively safe next to anything else. If I just basically head due east from the campground, and yes, by the way, I know this gives you like -2 rads, but honestly, I can't heal off the damage it does. It's -10 hit points, -2 rads. Like, I can't really do anything with that, because I've got no way of healing off the damage. So this is going to bring me down very close by to Far Harbour itself, because skirting along the edge of Far Harbour is a bit of a mug's game, because you just take damage as you're going. Also, there's just random flashing and popping going on there. I'm sure it's probably actually, yeah, it's probably actually fog. Yeah, there's a bit of an impenetrable wall of fog along this way, but it's still probably better to go this way. Also, what is that weird sparkle in the air? There's just weird sparkling. It's still probably better to go along the cliff here and only cut in towards Far Harbour at the very last moment, because there's just ridiculous amounts of fog along this road. So, the final approach, I could, yeah, go down over there, grab myself the rad away from the restaurant, nip back over here, then loop around the outside, because this here seems to be mostly safe. Like, there's fog right there, but if you press yourself up against the cliff, there's not. So this here might be a way through. Also, bowling alley. Okay, the bowling alley's a pretty big internal area. That's a possibility. Assuming I could find a way through that. Is that a way through the fog right there? Is that a cut through? It looks like there might be a bit between two bits of fog. Okay, there is indeed a cut through right there. Alright, that gets me to the bowling alley. Let's have a quick... Okay, that's fog there, though. I'm going to need to... That's also... Right, okay. There's basically no way to avoid a tiny bit of fog. Okay, I might need to accept just running for a tiny bit... Actually, you know what? That's really light fog. There's more fog there. Okay, and there's more fog. Okay, if I try and stick right to the edge... Okay, that's not so bad. Now, if I'm lucky, I might be able to find something in here, because this place is pretty spacious. I can generally give the ghouls a pretty wide berth. I'll take a low handful of rads, but round the back in particular, yeah, there's a big back area. Like, that's what I'm interested in. Let's go round to the... Excuse me. Let's just give the ghouls some space. cut round into the back areas. So if I can just get into the back area, that might be a good spot for getting myself a handful of duct tapes, combination wrenches. Come on. Give me something I can use here. Open doors, anything round back. Yeah, a handful of bits and pieces. Come on. Come on, tools. Silver locket and scalpel. Admittedly, I'm not sure what a bowling alley would need with, like, you know, vacuum tubes or whatever. But still, right, open that. That leads out to... Okay, well, something just exploded. Why did something just explode? What just exploded? Okay, well, you just exploded. I'm sure that's fine and not a problem. That loops round to here, into the kitchen area. Kitchen gives me... Oh, come on. Give me something here, you bastards. There's got to be some form of technical stuff inside a technical back area. Boo. And then we've got... You've actually managed to lose your legs. I assume you walked into a trap. Okay. Skirt around... Okay, maybe avoid... I'm running low on life right now. Running very low on life. Okay, just get round over here. Get upstairs. If you can. There's nothing much over there. Get upstairs, explore as much as you can before you flipping die. And see what we can find in the upstairs areas. Oh, come on. There has to be something here. This is a big area with a lot of stuff in it, but not any of it's flipping useful. I mean, what I really need is, well, what I really need for a certain given value of need is I'm going to be needing an actual... Oh, dear, and now I'm about to die. Now I'm about to die. Chemistry station, soap, acid, no. I don't see what I need there, but I have a good route into Far Harbour. Okay, I'm going to do a practice run right now. Look how many rads I've got at the minute just in terms of my rad meter. I'm now going to see how many rads I can take actually going directly to Far Harbour and see if this new route I've got is actually working for me. Okay, made it to the National Park campground without taking a single rad as far as I'm aware. This is a good starting point. Now, where in here is... Oh, okay, then I take the odd one from the ghouls. Fine. Skirt around the outside here. Where exactly is the actual, you know, camp bit of the campground? So if I just walk straight through the middle, I take a handful from the ghouls. Then I just come down... Okay, then you need to skirt around the outside here. Cut through here, and okay, there are some rads there, but I could drop a save here if I wanted to. I just don't want to. But there is a relatively safe point right here, and actually it looks like it would be easier to approach from the west. So from the actual, yeah, the area here, loop round to the left, and I could have avoided those rads too. Next up, okay, this is where it gets a bit on the tricky side. Let's figure this out here. From the campground... Where do I go next in order to actually get free without running into... I might need to accept some... I think I might need to accept a small pass through. Actually, no, if you're very careful, looks like there's a small area I can cut through right there, just heading due east from the campground. Alright, this is good. We're making progress here. That's how this island is going to have to be done. It's going to have to be done very, very carefully. Right, wait to drop down off the cliff until there's a spot which looks like it's... okay, never mind. That was not a good spot to drop down the cliff. Fine, so picking the right spot to drop down off the cliff is going to be crucial. However, I do now know there is potentially a good spot to cross the road around... Well, this thing's not on, but actually this looks like it's a good point anyway. If I cross right here... Okay, yeah, fine. So, there's a defogifier right flipping there that's actually quite useful. Okay. Now, bowling alley. Stick to the cliffs to the right of it. Then start moving in towards town. Okay. And we've actually made it the vast majority of the way without taking much in the way of damage. There's a red rocket right there I wouldn't mind to look into, because that looks like quite a big one. And then Far Harbour is only just over there. Okay, I'm wanting to spend some rads to explore that red rocket. But we've got ourselves a route here, damn it. We've got ourselves... Oh yeah, this is where it goes crazy. Also, what's that down there? That's a wolf. Right, that's a little bit more on the concerning side. I can't just walk past one of those and go, yep, I'm a wolf, because I'm not a wolf. And the wolf's not going to believe me if I said I was. But this area is just nuts. This is actually insane. Like, where the hell am I supposed to cross the road? Maybe down there? That looks a little bit less bad, I guess. Though I can get on top of the sign here. From the sign, I can completely fail to land on the bus. And then if I just basically skirt... Okay, yeah, there's just fog there. There's just fog there. But it's not... Okay, I think we just have to accept there's some fog at the end of the journey. Because what the hell else am I going to do here? I mean, just look at this. It's ridiculous. Right, so we just sprint for all of that. I want to have a look inside Far Harbour itself. Because Far Harbour itself could potentially be of interest. Because I imagine Far Harbour itself does not have... yeah, it shouldn't have fog in it. But there are a few bits and pieces around here. Fusers, silver pockets. Okay. Bed, but technically owned, irritatingly. Hang on, check all of your stuff. Because Mariner, obviously, is like the town mechanic. So in theory, no. Just beer bottles. And around her thing, there is just power arm station, wonder glue, fuse, and scalpel. Alright, have a little bit more of a look-see around here in case there's anything up top, but not feeling good about the supplies here either. The shops, however, are technically outside, so weapons workbench, anything, just transfer maybe. No, both of them are totally empty. Okay. Anything of flipping all. We've got, yeah, then you've got What's-Her-Face's hut. Then we've got the doctor's area. Actually, doctor's area might presumably have some... Throw some medicine here or something. Yeah, there we go. We've got a med kit right here. Technically, that's stealing, apparently. A stim pack I would have to steal. Not sure exactly who I'm stealing from, but whatever. Then we've got, yeah, then we've got the cooking area. Might be able to get some booze from in here. And obviously, this place is full of rads too. Now, if I just basically take this... Okay, obviously, ghouls don't respond to crimes of thievery. There is rat poison and... yeah, there's going to be nothing here. And actually, there's going to be no booze here either. All of this back here is bottles, not actual booze. So, none of that helps me at all. And if I can... Nope, never mind. I don't think I'll be allowed upstairs, because upstairs is an owned bed until I hire it. And I'm guessing that's still true here. Well, I've returned to the south of the island, along the same road, yeah, close by to the nucleus, and weirdly a rad storm started at the exact same time. So I'm not sure if that's a scripted event, but if not, that's a really weird, remarkable coincidence. Because there's one other thing that was raised, yeah, in the comments that might potentially be a chance. So just see if I can just, yeah, skirt around the edge of that fog on the road. Yeah, the roads are just so thick with fog. I really want to be avoiding the roads wherever possible, even if many times they are actually now the easiest things to... Even if now they are actually the easiest things to deal with on account of the fact that, yeah, there's plenty of ghouls there and I can deal with them. Which is, up on the cliffs, behind the nucleus, there's a little trailer. Radio signal. I'll know I'm going in the right direction because there's literally a massive radio beacon tower thing. So when I get close, I'll recognize it. There we go. That's you on. Now, what I need to do is go there. That is a technical... Oh. Okay. That's fog. That's also fog, but looks slightly thinner. No, that's fine. Okay. If I do need to get up here, going up the right is the easy way once I get up top. Honestly, I'm just like, you know, you can see from the rad meter, I'm getting better as time goes on at actually getting from point A to point B. Every time I die, I'm getting better at moving around without actually taking rads. Now, is this place all quiet? Here we are, ruined radio tower. Now, apparently there's 10 bajillion rads for some reason. Right, one safe. Combat knife and some wolf ribs. Works for me. What was just producing those rads there. And what do we have? Hello! We've got ourselves a gum. We got ourselves a winter jacket and jeans. We got ourselves a sleeping bag. We got ourselves... Oh my! That's a vacuum tube. Well. Well. We got vacuum tube number 1 accounted for up here. We got... Oh my goodness, that's a circuit board. That's 2 for the price of 1. Right. Okay. Radio man's notes. Did it? Can't believe I actually managed to get my radio wired into the tower. Right. Okay, so he's listening to... yeah, he's listening to the actual Commonwealth radio. Cool. Anything else? We got ourselves some Vim there. Some more wolf meat I can cook up. Right. This is not a bad little starting point. Though, obviously, there's wolves around here. There's going to be wolves. I need to be careful of the wolves. But... we've got ourselves something good here. Quantum is a good emergency item. We got ourselves 1 vacuum tube, and we got the circuit board. Okay. Question is... do I want to actually drop a save up here? Not right now, but... okay. How much have we got accounted for right now? Because that is... I think that's now up to 5 of the 7 items, right? We're actually up to 5 out of 7. And, what's that up there? Ooh. Hello, massive gun. Damage 111, and I've got 2 bullets for her. Well, that is just beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness, there's also a large toolbox here.
Out of bobby pins.
Wait, I don't have a bobby pin. Oh, that was probably in a universe where I died. Wait, where was that bobby pin? Oh, the bobby pin was... the bobby pin was right at the flipping bottom of the hotel. Yeah, we're not going there again. That wasn't efficient to do. But, okay. Let's count them off here. Let's come up with a damn route. So my starting location is the house is about here. We now know I can very easily, on my way out, go and grab myself a power relay coil from Ranger headquarters. That gets me up to 2 out of 7 because I'm already holding 1 power relay coil. Also relatively easy for me to go and get at this point is, from my starting location, I simply run west and hit the leather tannery. I then swing slightly south, and it's pretty easy for me to go and grab myself a makeshift battery. That's 3 out of 7. Now, getting down where I am right now is not the easiest thing in the world. Probably the easiest way to do it is to, yeah, just basically join it with the road here, follow the road down to this point where I've got my custom destination, skip across the area with the ghouls, and then run straight down this road, clamber up the cliffs, and then I've got the ruined radio tower. That's not too bad to do either. That gets me the circuit board and the first of the vacuum tubes. So that gets me up to 5 out of 7. So that means I'm missing 1 power relay coil and 1 vacuum tube. And I have got, I think, a workable route to get everything else for the time being. Now, the problem is, where the hell am I going to get the other 2? Like, people were saying I might need to go to, say, the, the Grand Harbour Hotel over here in order to kill turrets for the circuit board. Okay, the circuit board is now taken care of. All I need to do is find 1 more power relay coil and 1 more flipping vacuum tube. Where the cock are they going to come from? Because, yeah, some of the suggestions were nucleus and surrounding area, command center around the back of the nucleus, the vault. All of them have been checked. They're all no-goes. Okay, the other thing is, of course, my thirst is getting out of hand. At some point, if I can't do all of this quickly enough, and in a single, like, or 1 or 2 runs, I'm going to need to drink actual, yeah, filthy, unpurified water, just for the sake of not dying of thirst. Oh, this is just going to be fun. Okay, 1 more area I want to check out while I'm exploring and scouting and figuring out how to do this, which is directly to the south of where I am should be them. Now, if I just basically stick on top of the cliffs as long as I can and then just slowly work my way. Yeah, there's the wolves. Fine. Not too surprising there's wolves there. He did specifically mention, hey, gotta watch out for the wolves. So yeah, be careful. There might be flipping wolves floating around that area. Okay. Let's just work my way down over here. And now just obviously directly into flipping fog. So, return to Vim a little bit more peaceably than last time. This time the ghouls will leave me alone. If I give them a wide berth, that should be fine. I've still got a bit of exploring time around here. Of course, there's flipping fog inside the Vim Pop Factory. Of course, why wouldn't there be? Okay. Now, I think the best way to do this would be if I could get up the... Oh, bloody hell. If I could get up top. If I could get up top, yeah, there's the facilities up there. Some of the facilities up there are techie facilities, which will be very useful. Problem is going to be, screw it, just get inside. Just get inside now. Now, unsurprisingly, we got ourselves ghouls, but I also hear whirring. Now, if I hear whirring, whirring would suggest to me the possibility of turrets. Now, if there's the possibility of turrets around here, that could theoretically work too. Gotta be careful. Ah! Utility protectrons. Any chance you would like to wake up, my good man? Here we go. So he's gonna kill himself some ghouls. Either they're gonna kill him, or he's gonna kill them. Either way really works for me. How much health do you have? You've got quite a lot of flipping health. So if you just want to basically clear out ghouls and thus clear out some, yeah, rads for me, that'd just be flipping marvellous. Okay. This doesn't seem too... Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad. If I can just get in here, this is okay. Plus there's power armor. Now if I were to wear power armor in terms of like a power armor frame, where I actually went on to, yeah, not wear the head. If I still wore the ghoul mask, would the ghouls still consider me their own? And even if they didn't, it might be worth wearing that for part of any journey around here. Could still be very worthwhile. Right, let's have a good scavenge, because this area seems quiet and safe for the time being. And here we go. Speak of the flippin' devil. We got some power armor here. T51. Okay, this is potentially of interest. This is potentially very of interest. Now, oh, and you're just killing ghouls for me. Beautiful. And eventually you might get yourself killed, which would be excellent as well. Win-win. Right, we've got an exit point here. Yeah, from this door, which is not that many rads away, not that difficult to access at all, we got ourselves power armor with a fusion core. And presumably a full fusion core. Hang on, let's just double check on that. Yep, 100 out of 100. That's going to last us some time. And this thing is going to have... That's going to have a hell of a lot of rad resistance. Now, if I just take the head off that and keep wearing the ghoul mask, that might actually... Okay, we could have a plan here. Actually, this is an interesting point. I can also access the factory through the Vim corporate headquarters, but then I'd be walking past a bunch of ghouls the robot hadn't killed for me, so that might not necessarily be the most sensible thing. Still, let's just double check the route here, because I'm feeling like actually making a run for the radio tower then Vim might be a very, very clever first step. Yeah, it's literally just downstairs from the cinema, so I know exactly how to get there. That's no problem at all. Yeah, it very much looks like there's multiple ways through that will actually work very, very nicely. Now, I haven't actually found any of the components I need. Not for certain, but there is one more important test I need to do. So, transfer this. Hello, I'd like the helmet, please. I'd just like to take that. I'm going to immediately dump that. Now, if I enter this, there is no head component. The game may or may not still consider that I'm wearing a gas mask and my ghoul mask. Because it looks like I still am, because the boldness means I'm wearing the ghoul mask, and the gas mask is still present and correct. Except now, I think my rad resistance might be quite a bit flipping better. Yeah, it's up to 930, that's pretty much better. Now, time to go and find... I know there's one ghoul just chilling out by themselves somewhere around... this part of the world, not around here. I think he's through here, through the little cafeteria area. Hello, I know you're there. How do you feel about me? Found. Found and... Oh, there's rats. Okay, well, that's all surprising. And are you okay? Oh, flip. I think we found another. I went back and had a more thorough look around, yeah, this area. Around in the tannery. This is in the tannery. Up a walkway. Yeah, the person who said that meant up here. We got ourselves a flippin' vacuum tube, lads. In fact, we got... Hang on. How many we got? How many? I can barely cocking see. That's both the vacuum tubes I need right there. We're up to 6 out of 7. I literally just need one more. Okay, one more power relay coil to go. And I've come to a location that is quite close by. Yeah, here we go. Acadia. Quite close by to a nice safe area. Because I can pass very close by to the road that leads up here. The problem that I've just learned from coming up here is this road is absolutely flipping fog central. So I'm hoping... Well, actually, I'm kind of hoping I don't find anything here. Because if I don't find anything here, I don't have to figure out a way to actually navigate this bloody road. But then again, this road could be a use for power armor if I did decide it was worth trying to go back and get that power armor from the Vim factory, which I'm not convinced is actually going to be worth it. But then maybe it isn't. Okay. I've just started living on the edge. That's fascinating. There's a trigger they didn't disable. Gotcha. Come on. Come on, give me something. We're above the flipping fog right now. Weirdly, I don't see anything alive around here at all. I just assumed this place was going to be ghoul central, but so far, it's been nice and quiet. And yeah, there's a fair few toolkits and whatever in Acadia, so I'm a little bit hopeful. I'm somewhat hopeful we might be able to find something, because yeah, there's a little kind of rough and ready settlement actually set up here. I was hoping some containers, maybe a few bits and pieces, some toolboxes, whatever. There's a save point here as well. There is actually a save point. That's not the worst thing in the world. So we got the tents at the campground. We got a mattress here. Still no proper beds, of course, because that would just be crazy. And a ham radio that doesn't really do anything. Okay, no sign of anything outside. Let's head in, see what we got here. But if I can find one flipping, yeah, power relay coil that I have good reason to believe is actually a fixed spawn, we've got everything we need. And when I say we've got everything we need, aside from the fact I need a route that actually gets me from point A to point B, getting all of them without actually dying. That's arguably the tricky part. And what do we have? Yeah, as I would have expected, feral ghouls. But that's okay. They'll leave me alone. This place isn't... Oh. Right. They might have actually locked away the rest of it. I'm assuming this is going to be... Have a quick drink? Yeah, of course, that's irradiated. How about this?
Need the key.
That also requires a key. Right. So, Acadia might be a lot smaller than it is in the base game. And we've got duct tape, yeah, fuses and flip lighters. Can't get in there, unfortunately. Not without a key. Now, there is actually a... There's a key hidden upstairs, isn't there? I think there is. And yeah, there's a lot of guys going on here. Wrenches, hammers, wonder glue. Keep your eyes open. Any of these could actually be important. More stuff here. Yeah, it's just basic stuff. Basic stuff, and I'm not seeing much evidence for the rest of it. That requires a key as well. Fine. I'm guessing the plot areas have just been locked away for safety by this quest, just to make sure. So, apparently I should be going to help those guys right now. Yeah, I'm not convinced that's going to work out. Oh, flip, that's Radaway. Right. Well. Well. That's a second Radaway we've just found at Acadia, together with the one we already knew about down at the restaurant. And there is the storage key. Though I'm not sure if that's the right key for any of these doors, but screw it. It'll do as a starting point. But honestly, if I have to take a handful of rads to get here, I'm going to lose the rads that make that worthwhile. And yeah, this is all the wrong key. This is all going to be not the right key. Is it worth coming here just for the sake of basically getting a Radaway? Honestly, it probably flippin' is. Rads are my biggest problem. By far. And for a minute there, my heart skipped a beat, but that is just Wonderglow. And all of this is the wrong sort of key. Okay. So, we got no actual power relay coil here. But we do have, rather interestingly, Radaways ×2. Now, with all the route planning I've been doing today, all that route planning and 2 Radaways, one in the restaurant, one here, arguably, I stand a bit of a better chance than I would do otherwise, I would say. Okay, this place I think is worth a visit, because here I can get myself a giant pile of Rad Be Gone, and that is quite flipping useful. And very close by to, yeah, this location, wind farm maintenance. Now that's robots in the base game. What's this going to do for me? Right, looks like it's probably about the same. We do, however, have... Ooh. Right, well, now I'm just flipping swimming in vacuum tubes that I don't flipping need. There is actually a circuit board here. Okay, is that circuit board good enough? Because when it says, you know, it wants me to have a circuit board, will any circuit board do the job, or is it going to insist on a military circuit board? Right, comments, that's kind of an important one for me to know. Because, yeah, right in wind farm maintenance, we got ourselves a conveniently dead Assaultron who could provide me with exactly what I flipping need. People who know Frost very well, could you please check this for me? And let me know in the comments, is an Assaultron circuit board going to be good enough? Or does it have to be a military grade circuit board? Because I can't remember what the note said now, because I don't have the note, because that was in a different universe, like 13 lives ago or thereabouts. And yeah, down here, I'm going to guess we've got ourselves, that's another dead person who's actually got themselves, yeah, some fun little stuff here. Plasma cartridges and a grenade. Okay, this place is kind of fun to come and visit. Albeit something's alive, and what's going to be alive is going to be an Assaultron. So, you know, I'm going to die in a second. I'm just going to die in just 1 second. Wait a second, I'm remembering how this bit works at this point. Continue. Still requires more fusers. Fine, I'll dig around for them. I can't remember where they bloody are. This is also a lot easier if you have an actual, like, you know, flipping light or whatever. There we go. Got myself some power. And now I'm going to be immediately killed by a turret. Let's be very clear about that.
Intruder detected.
Yep. Yep, thought so. And by any chance is the countermeasure also going to include an Assaultron, which is going to immediately kill me? Yeah, no, and go, 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 go. Right, well, managed to make... This is not a good place for me to be. This is a very bad place for me to be. I'm going to... That looked like an Assaultron over there. Luckily, I'm armed with 2 toasters. So I'm fine. Okay, so that's not gonna work. This is, yeah. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to take out Assaultrons. So the rest of this place, not useful to me. However, if I just, round the back. Safe back here. Oh, not that safe! Okay. Maybe not a good idea, but the front lobby good. Ladies and gentlemen, we almost have a plan here. We almost have a flipping plan. Today we have found Radaway. We have found all but one of the components that we need. We've got, yeah, 2 flipping doses of Radaway, in fact. That's the whiskey. It just loves wearing off just after I wake up. It's flipping marvellous. I think... we have got most of a plan here. Now, most important thing, I know for a fact there's, yeah, the people who are part of the Big Dust and Frost community. We got a few of them who do watch this. Guys, please, 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 could you double check for me? Is that Assaultron circuit board good enough for the job? Because if it is, I don't need to bother going all the way down south to the radio tower. because the radio tower just gives me a circuit board and 1 vacuum tube. And now I've got the vacuum tubes from the tannery and also potentially a spare one from the wind farm. If I could not have to bother going that far south and thus skip a whole lot of fog, that'd just be flipping marvellous, because there are a couple of seemingly pretty much unavoidable fog patches as you actually rejoin the road after you cross the lake. So I would rather avoid that if I could. And that leaves me with just 1 power relay coil yet to find. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in this endeavour. Get in Far Harbour in the base game, scour the island, find me another power relay coil. Ideally, 1 close by to the locations I've already scavenged. Because if I can just find one flipping more guaranteed spawn of a power relay coil, we've got everything we need. We've got flipping everything, because I think I've actually got pretty good routes around the island at this point. Like, you know, just by going through here and then just waiting until this guy finds me and then beginning to sprint, I can get over to the tannery long before this bastard detects me or whatever. Yeah, there's a hunter right there. So now I need to just start running immediately, and he'll lose me long before he kills me. Down we go, and here's the tannery, right flipping here. And the tannery, I now know I can get myself 2 flipping vacuum tubes and also just around the corner, the batteries. Everything is looking flipping good. Yep, straight south from here. Maybe, yeah, I can probably avoid that pretty easily. We got ourselves, angry looking flipping does. Please leave me alone. Please flipping leave me alone. And that leads me straight to the batteries. Now, any chance I somehow managed to overlook a power relay coil in here? Because if I did, that'd be just flipping marvellous. Still, that is enough for now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll join me next week, because next week is the grand finale. One way or another, I am ending things next week. Either I find a way to make this work, or alternatively, it may well turn out I simply have too many rads and too little rad resistance. It might not even be possible. I can't be flipping sure. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We will have to see. Join me for the conclusion, one way or another, next week. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. This has been Fallout 4 Frost. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.